daoibh agus Fulcha. It's Misha Killian. This is Hallowed Highlands. Hello everybody, my name is Killian. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about balancing our feminine and masculine energies. I will be referring to them as yin and yang, or the divine feminine and the divine masculine. As you can see, I have makeup on today. I feel pretty fab, but let me tell you, it was a struggle getting here. I have been grappling with toxic masculine thoughts such as men can't wear makeup, and this has been causing me a great deal of inner turmoil and pain as I really enjoy doing my makeup. I have been dealing with an imbalance or hypo or low amount of yin, whereas I've been having an huge influx of yang energy. So I have an imbalance going on right now, and because I'm working on mine, I felt it would be a good idea to help you guys work on yours. No matter who you are, and regardless of gender, everyone has yin or divine feminine and yang or divine masculine energy. These energies are supposed to be in balance with each other. When they are, we are our best selves, we feel our best, and we perform our best. So today I'll be sharing a quick rundown of the associations of yin and yang, feminine and masculine, as well as how you can seek balance in your own life. We're going to start with yin, the divine feminine. She is dense and associated with coolness and wetness, rest, internal work, darkness, softness, and gentleness. She is nourishing and receptive. She correlates to the moon. She also associates with the body's liver, kidneys, heart, lungs, and spleen. In traditional Chinese medicine, the liver corresponds with the Chinese element of wood and houses the blood when the body is resting. The liver also rules over the menstrual cycle and helps keep the blood and qi moving throughout the body. The emotion stored here is anger. The kidneys are associated with the Chinese element of water, and they house the emotion of fear. The heart corresponds to the Chinese element of fire and holds the body's joy. The lungs associate with the Chinese element of metal, and they also house feelings of sadness. Finally, the spleen associates with the Chinese element of earth, and it holds worry. Yang, the divine masculine, associates with heat, dryness, hardness, action, external work, light, and strength. He is porous and projective, and he relates to the sun. He is associated with the small and large intestines, gallbladder, stomach, urinary bladder, as well as the reproductive organs. He is also associated with the triple burner, which is lacking in structure, but it's a very powerful and a needed element of the body. The triple burner has been speculated to have a connection to the body's pancreas, as well as the metabolism and the lymphatic system. It is also known as, and I may be pronouncing this wrong, hopefully not, san xiao, and is made up of 3 different burners, the upper, middle, and lower. The upper burner rolls over the heart and the lungs and is positioned above the diaphragm. The middle burner is situated between the navel and diaphragm and rules over the spleen and stomach. The lower burner rules over the kidneys, liver, small and large intestines, as well as the urinary bladder and reproductive organs. Yang in general associates with the gallbladder, small intestines, stomach, and urinary bladder. The gallbladder is of the Chinese element wood, and it holds our determination and empowers us to make decisions. The small intestines associate with the Chinese element of fire, and they help us see through muddiness or confusion. The large intestines correspond to the Chinese element of metal, and like the lungs, they are associated with sadness and even grief. The stomach associates with earth and anxiety as well as stress, just like the spleen. Lastly, the urinary bladder associates with the Chinese element of water, and like the kidneys, the bladder houses fear. Now, in American culture, the divine feminine and divine masculine look a bit different. Here we tend to see things, I feel personally, in a less spiritual way than many of the Chinese view things, especially in relation to gender. Here in America, we see the feminine as beautiful, soft, caring, compassionate, and in touch with emotions. We associate the feminine with bright colors, skirts and dresses, high heels and makeup. As a culture, we have a toxic focus on women providing childcare, cooking, and cleaning. No matter what your gender is, in American culture, you're going to be dealing with gender roles that I personally feel don't serve us anymore. Perhaps they did once upon a time, but we've grown since then, and I just don't feel that we need to adhere to these standards anymore. In American culture, we tend to see masculine as rough and gritty, strong, and even abrasive. We have a great deal of toxic masculinity to face as well. People who are masculine are expected, for the most part, not to be pretty, not to care so much about their appearance and other things. Men in America are oftentimes expected to bottle up their feelings, no matter how intense or valid they are, and this perpetuates a lot of issues in our culture. As a trans man myself, I personally struggle with toxic masculinity and gender expression. The pressure I put myself under to pass as a cis man often drives me to avoid things that I used to love doing, like my makeup. Hence why I felt for this video it was a great opportunity to push myself past my feelings of discomfort and get back into something that I love. So how can we seek balance and strive to honor both the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within our bodies and in our lives? Well, there are a lot of ways. I encourage you to feel your emotions, talk about them and process them. Don't ignore them or bottle them up. I hope that everyone can work towards allowing themselves to cry when they are hurting or to talk about their pain with their loved ones. Take a look at your thoughts, behaviors, and beliefs, even your diet, and look for imbalances of the divine masculine and feminine. Look back at the correspondences of yang and yin and evaluate where you're at. Are you checking off tons of yang or yin energies and not the other? Ask yourself why and then journal about it. Allow yourself to really just let the feelings and the thoughts flow onto the paper. All right, so then after that, I want you to ask yourself what you can do to bring yourself back to balance. Perhaps if you are like me, a guy that likes to wear makeup occasionally and sometimes girly clothes, that's okay. Yes, you're probably going to get pushback from society. However, it is very important that you do what makes you happy, even if society doesn't agree. As long as you're not hurting anyone. I should throw that in there. Perhaps you got stuck in the stereotypical female gender roles that were discouraged from maybe playing high impact sports, or maybe you were encouraged not to try to learn how to fix things or build things because of the gender roles that our society has. If this is the case, then look for ways that you can push back against this and that you can learn how to build things or learn how to do things that you wouldn't normally know how to do. Let's see. You can even incorporate your diet into balancing the divine feminine and masculine energies of your body. If you are swinging hard to yin, for example, you can try adding more yang foods to your diet. So some examples would include lamb and potatoes. Generally, yang foods are pungent, sweet, and or spicy, whereas yin foods are more cooling and moisturizing. Another easy way to balance yin and yang in your body is to be more mindful about how your body feels in the moment. Are you cold? Throw a sweater on and take a brief moment to connect with bringing warmth or yang to your body. Hot? Drink some cool water or remove a layer of clothing if you can. I hope that this teaching will help you look to balance these energies in your own body and in your own life, and that you can reap the benefits of doing so. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see more, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you will get notifications every time I post a new video. If you would like to do some shopping, head on over to my shop. It's www.hallowedhighlands.com. And you can also head over to my Patreon and check it out. I have a School of Witchcraft and spirituality over there. So yeah, that's about it for today, and I hope that this teaching helps you balance your energies so that you can be a healthier, happier you. Take care, everybody. Slán.